And the world is made up of a synergetic connection of conversations, beliefs, perceptions, opinions, points of view, perspectives that determine the world we live in. So everyone may live on the same planet, but everyone does not live in the same world. Everyone's world is different based on their perception, based on their belief, based on their opinion, based on their interpretation of past experiences. So when we talk about how to have peace and freedom in an unfree world, we're talking about peace being the dynamic of harmonizing good, how to radiate dynamic peace, how to radiate a dynamic freedom, a liberation from the limited thought forms and societal fantasies in a world that at times appears to be so unfree, riddled with strife and worry and doubt and separation and scarcity and lack and limitation. You can turn on the television any time of the day and begin to see and people bringing to you on a regular basis a world of such fitfulness and strife and so many things to be worried about and so many things to be fearful about. And that's the world that many people succumb to, many people are hypnotized by, many people are caught by, and many people live an entire life defensively trying to prevent that world from entering into their psyche or their human experience, not knowing that there is a world of such love and beauty and joy simultaneously right where we are for those who can see it, and those who can see it and cultivate it and speak from it and act from it are the harbingers of peace and of freedom that anchor that world through thought and word and conversation and action, so that that world of love and beauty and generosity and forgiveness and wholeness reigns supreme and outpictures itself with a grace and a powerful dignity. And so how do we become free in an unfree world? We begin always with spiritual principle, and we begin to understand the dynamic of unity, the dynamic of oneness, the dynamic of wholeness, the dynamic of universal oneness at the center of everything. As you heard about in the reading and as you hear about every single week, one power, one presence, one love, one God. And this leads us to a level of practice so that we don't enter into the state of malpractice. And that is when we're walking through the world, we give no power to anything other than the one power of God. This is a moment by moment practice. Because when you're caught up in the pseudo world with pseudo power, you have the tendency to give in to the fear-based awareness, and oneness goes right out the window. And universal oneness goes right out there. It's not there anymore. And you live in a world of fragmentation and disenfranchisement and not enoughness. And it appears to be so real to you. And so we have to anchor ourselves every single day. One power, one presence, one life, one love, one joy, one power, one presence, one life, one joy, right here, right now. Just close your eyes for a moment and remember a moment in your life where you had that sacred connection with the divine, that full-on presence, and there was nothing outside of that presence. And that you were in that secret place of the Most High, living under the shadow of the Almighty, where no hurt, harm, nor danger could come nigh your dwelling place. Feel into that. If you hear that phone ringing, that's a sacred call from the divine, saying, answer the call to oneness. Now just remember that moment and think about how many moments do you go through the day in which you are hypnotized by something other than oneness. How many moments do you go through the day where some other power seems to be snatching your attention? How many moments do you go through the day where something else has your attention other than the presence, and you give vent to it? This is not to shame us in any way or to make us feel guilty. It's just to make us feel aware